We welcome in the Mary Magdalene Collective, who's here to work with us on softness this evening. We welcome the Pleiadians and the Arcturians. And we welcome in Archangel Michael to work with us as well, to bring extra healing to us this evening. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Our dearest ones, we are the Pleiadians, and we're so very grateful to be working with you this evening. And we're so very grateful to have walked you through a new form of meditation this evening, of using the places within your new earth, the sights and sounds and smells, to cleanse through your chakra system, to clear it out. For dear ones, this evening we will be doing a great deal of clearing. And we've been looking forward to working with you in this way. Tonight we will be working on romantic partnership. And as you know, romantic partnership is not something that is essential for life. Some may find it enjoyable, some may not. And of course, all of this is okay. We ask you that tonight when we speak of romantic partnership, if you are one who does not have a partner, we ask you to think of and potentially work on a relationship of yours in the past. If you've had a previous partner or a previous lover, whatever the case may have been. Even if this soul was only joined with yours in this way for a few days, of course, this is okay. For dear ones, when a soul comes to you and is romantically a part of your life for even just an hour, even just a moment, this is something very special. This is something sent to you from source energy to allow you to look at yourself in a new way. As many of you know, there is the term of soulmates and the term of twin flames, and we wish to redefine those this evening, as well as to tell you a bit about how all of this evolved in the star collectives. For dearest ones, our definition of soulmate may be very different than yours. Our definition of soulmate encompasses all types of relationships. It encompasses friendships, sisterhood, brotherhood, sisters and brothers, parent and child, co-workers. It encompasses your relationships to certain spirit guides. Yes, of course, romantic partners, but not always. And in fact, only really about half the time. For dear ones, your soulmates are often those with whom you shared past lives. For example, in working with this channel earlier today, there was a being whose soulmate was their pet in this lifetime. And in previous lifetimes, they had been brother and sister. They had been best friends, and their souls had lived many lifetimes together. The relationship had actually not changed all that much throughout all of these centuries, which brings us to the subject of twin flames, dear ones. Twin flames are often thought of as the desired outcome of a human life. It is often thought of that they are a step beyond soulmates. They are completely all-encompassing, and once one finds their twin flame, all of the other pieces of life fall into place. Our dearest ones, this has not been our experience, nor is this something we wish to propagate within this group or other spiritual circles. For twin flames were seated on the planet, on the star of Arcturus. And on Arcturus, twin flames were brought about in order to motivate its residents to change, to move forward, to have growth. For the beautiful beings on Arcturus were falling into a state of demystification. And what we mean by this is that when a being falls into a state of no longer being enthused with life, no longer feeling as though they have things to look forward to, no longer feeling the mysteries of the universe and their vastness, this can cause a great deal of sadness. It can also cause a great deal of stagnation, for often this means that that being feels that they have already learned everything that they came to learn. Well, dearest ones, we know that you are aware that this is almost never the case. And so the concept of twin flames was seated on Arcturus during a period like that. Fresh innovation was needed, fresh perspectives. And so we as the Pleiadians work together with the Arcturians to create these beautiful moments, to create these times of like-minded beings meeting each other and having time together. And so, dear ones, as all of this was taking place, others within Arcturus were finding their twin flames. And we're finding those to push them towards growth, to push them towards becoming a new being. And some greatly enjoyed this, and some did not. Some found it downright terrifying. And so, dear ones, the concept of twin flames became one of growth, became one of agitation, became one of challenge. And so this is what we mean when we talk to you about your twin flame. The way we view soulmates is much more peaceful. It is one who sees your very soul and whose soul you see, and one for which you have unconditional love. We understand that cultivating unconditional love for the human collective is quite challenging. And we will work with you on this evening as well. And so, dear ones, when we ask you to think of a relationship in your life, a romantic relationship in your life, of course, it may be one of soulmates. It may be one of twin flames. Whatever you feel needs the most work tonight. It may also be one that you are currently in, or one that has passed, that you know was so triggering that you have plenty of work to do around it still. And so we ask you to hold this relationship in your consciousness. We ask you to see this relationship in front of you. And now we ask you to see the part of that relationship that worked well. What were the different things, or are the different things in that relationship that work well? And just take a moment and make a mental list of those things. For we don't ever want to only focus on the negative. We want to remind ourselves that we got into the relationship in the first place for a reason. And now, what are the reasons that that relationship still serves you? Are there ways that it still serves you? That it's still helping you in some way? This can be anything from consistently taking out the trash to making you feel really loved and adored, to career support, to financial support. Whatever it is about that relationship that worked or is working well for you, focus there for just a moment. And now we ask you to imagine yourself as this person sees you. So if this person has a very positive opinion of you, see yourself that way.